I think so many women are exhausted, not because they're weak, but because they've been conditioned to believe that being a good mom means carrying everything. Being available, being selfless, being needed, being productive, being patient, being everything for everyone. And somewhere along the way, rest started feeling like guilt. Slowing down started feeling lazy. And saying I can't do it all started feeling like failure. But what if the expectations placed on women were never sustainable to begin with? Welcome back to Rooted Women. This is Felicitas Whitley, and today I want to talk about something that's been sitting heavily on my heart lately. And maybe it's because I've been feeling it myself. Maybe it's because I've been talking to other moms and hearing the exact same thing over and over again. But I think women are tired. Not just physically tired, a deeper kind of tired. The kind of tired that sleep does not fix. The kind of tired that comes from constantly carrying things that nobody sees. And I think somewhere along the way we have convinced ourselves that this is normal. That being exhausted is just part of being a mom. Part of being a woman. Part of holding a family together. We wear it almost like a badge of honor. We joke about being tired. We laugh about running on coffee. We tell ourselves we'll rest later. When the kids get older. When the life settles down. When things get easier. But honestly, when does life ever completely settle down? I have started realizing that so many of us are waiting for permission to stop. Permission to sit down, or permission to breathe, or to not be everything to everyone. And maybe that's why I wanted to have this conversation today with you. Because I think we are tired because we're doing motherhood wrong. I think we're tired because we are trying to carry motherhood. We are trying to carry relationships, work, responsibilities, expectations, emotional labor, and everyone else's needs all at the same time. And most of us are doing it without even noticing how heavy it's become. The other day, I found myself standing in the kitchen feeling completely overwhelmed. Nothing major had happened. No one in my house was sick. There wasn't a crisis. It was just another normal day. And that's what hit me. It wasn't one big thing making me feel exhausted. It was 1,000 of tiny things. Remembering appointments, thinking about meals, replying to messages, keeping the house running, being emotionally available, making decisions, trying to be present, trying to be patient, trying to be a good mom, a good friend, a good wife, trying to be a good everything. And suddenly I realized how often women are carrying an invisible list in their heads. Even when they are sitting down. Even when we are supposed to be resting. Our minds are still working. We're still planning, we're still remembering, we're still holding, and nobody really sees that part. People see the washing folded, the dinner cooked, the school form signed, the birthday gifts bought, but they don't see the mental energy it took to remember all of that. And sometimes I think that's why so many moms feel unseen. Because the heaviest things we carry are often invisible. I also think that there's a pressure that so many of us grew up with. The pressure to be a woman who can handle it all. The woman who keeps going. the woman who doesn't complain, the woman who always cops, the woman who puts everyone else first. And for a long time, I thought that was strength. But lately, I've been wondering if real strength looks different. Maybe strength isn't carrying everything alone. Maybe strength is asking for help. Maybe strength is saying, I'm struggling today. Maybe strength is admitting that you're tired. Maybe strength is choosing rest before you completely burn out. Because the truth is, we cannot pour from an empty cup. I know that's the phrase we all have heard before, but I don't think we really believe it. Because if we did, we wouldn't feel guilty every time we rested. And that's something I think we need to talk about more. Why do women feel guilty for resting? Why do we sit down and immediately think about what else to do? Why does slowing down feel uncomfortable? Why do we feel like we have to earn rest? I don't have all the answers for you today, but I do know this. You don't have to prove your worth through exhaustion. You do not have to constantly sacrifice yourself to be a good mom. Your value does not come from how much you do. Your value does not come from how much you give. Your value does not come from how much you carry. You are worthy because you are. And maybe that's the reminder we all needed today. Not that we need to do more, but that we are allowed to stop. We are allowed to breathe. We are allowed to sit down. We are allowed to be cared for too. And if nobody has told you lately, let me be the one to tell you today. You are caring a lot and you are doing better than you think. Thank you for listening to me today. If this episode resonated with you, I hope it reminded you of something important. You do not have to earn rest. You do not have to prove your value through burnout. You are still worthy even when you slow down. Thank you for being here. This is Rooted Women. I am Felicitas Whitley, and see you in the next episode.